So today we are editing dog pictures. Just going to open up our file, and here we have the wonderful Kai. Brilliant expression on his face. Now, a lot of the background I don't like here. We're just going to change the ratio on this and do a little crop on his face. Now, unfortunately, I would have liked to have got this from a different angle, but that's the problem with dog photography. You don't always get the angle that you want. So we're just going to crop that in. Now I like to do inline rule of thirds there, so we've got that on the eye. Now the next thing we do is just take the little spot removal brush and clean up a little bit of that sand on the face. Just to basically beauty touch up for dogs. They don't have spots, but sand can be a little bit of a distraction. So once you've just gone around and cleared all of those up, make sure he's looking his absolute best. I love those eyes. Fabulous, fabulous expression on the face there. So we've got all of that pretty much cleared up there. Now, the other distraction is the people that we've got in the background. You can't see them too much, but it does kind of get in the way. So we're just going to take our clone stamp and make it as if there was nobody there. Now this next one's a little bit tricky because he's right next to the dog, so you want to use a much smaller brush size there, just so you're not going in. It can be easy to go in and get some of the fur, just go into the fur and kind of ruin that a little bit. Now that's kind of okay, but if you can see, it's not perfect there. Not something that you would necessarily notice looking at the photo to begin with, but once you know it's there, absolutely annoying. Sometimes it just requires going back in a couple of times and just touching that up and just alakazam. There's no people on the beach that day. Easy as that. Now the next thing we want to do is camera raw filter. Should always be shooting in raw. And just get those highlights down there. Bring that out. I love to add a little bit of clarity, but too much can make the photo look a little bit false. So basically it's just a case of playing around with these and just see where you can get it to. Obviously there's a lot of white on the dog, so sometimes it's nice just to bring those whites down and just make those darker areas really pop out there. I'm always a fan of a little bit of vinaigretting as well. Oh, new notification on Facebook. Save that one for later. And next, I like to add a little bit of exposure on the photograph. I like to do this, just gives the photo a little bit more of a vintagey type feel. And then after that, we've got selective colour. Now if you go down to your blacks, and you can just slide that around there. Oh, a little bit too much. Just a case of just playing around there and getting that exact feel you want on the photograph. You can do this with all the different things, but the blacks and the neutrals are usually the best ones to change if you want to create kind of vintagey style look. That one there is a little bit strong, and you can just take that fill and opacity down just so you get the perfect look. You can see with and without, with and without. There we go. Yeah, just get the opacity down on there, just bringing out some of those details a little bit more. Lovely. And the next thing we're going to go on to now is the curves. And that's just changing the colour ever so slightly again. Got quite a lot of blues in this image, so if you just bring that down again and bring out some of those yellows, make that pop and give it that real kind of vintage style photo. If we have a little zoom in now, see there, and what this does is just really makes those eyes pop out. That's our favourite, well, that's my favourite part of the photograph, the eyes, the nose, the things that really give a dog their character. So just get those really popping out there. And then, one thing I always get wrong when I take photographs is, well, I always have to use the straighten tool because I take photographs at a really wonky angle. then we have the finished picture of Kai.